Hello, and welcome back to Heaven Will Be Mine, the sci-fi Yuri visual novel with girls in space trying to fight each other. Um, I am JTJ10, and I'm joined today by no one because it's kind of late at night. Um, so I'll just be continuing this by myself. Yesterday, I thought like, oh, this. I'm not sure if I want to play this game. I'm getting kind of bored, but it turns out I was just dead tired. Like, wow. I was crazy tired. Alright, let's load this. Load this save. Wait. Oh, wait, oh shit. Wait, no, the wrong thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. Wait. I didn't. I didn't. Why is it so hard to scroll this thing? Oh! 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 Hey, I don't think I don't think I saved. Alright, I will be back in a second. Alright, we are back. Let me save the game, I suppose. Save. New save. Perfect. Alright. So for mission select, I would like to do this is Lunaterra, and this is probably Saturn if we do process of elimination. Let's talk to Saturn first. Hello, chat. Hey, Mars. Is she operational? Mars. All checks clear. Honey. I don't know why I said it like that. Honey. Dual tidal resonator sync clears all checks? It's close enough to tear a moon inside out. And you're really still sure about this? Mars, I love you very much, and I'm going to scream if you ask me one more question. What? Ah! I guess that's the scream. Pluto! Sorry, I just couldn't back up again after saying that. My soul hurts. Why did you do that? Because you didn't listen to me? I was listening! You didn't listen! You've got such a big heart and you don't listen with it at all. I don't want you to go. That's better. That's what you really wanted to say. I'm glad you could say it. But you're not going to listen to it. Nope! You could at least after you just said, not at all. Don't sulk. This was always the plan. We have to show everyone what this weapon can actually do. It's just a taste, but no one is going to respect me what we do on the moon if we can't grab their attention first. Destroying the whole celestial mechanics fleet with a dock at the ocean is going to get some attention. Even if I only destroy them a little bit, it'd be pretty amazing, so it's a job that it's impossible to mess up. If you keep worrying, what else am I supposed to think, except I must seem that incompetent to you. I care, okay? I'm not mad, Mars. Let me lean on you while I do this, instead of blocking my way. Share circuit down. Gonna tug of war. Cross waves. Fuck Carlos Graces, bro. I think I'm literally just going to frickin' do the other two that aren't Kratos Graces. Like, spec into that, or spec as if it's whatever. I'm just gonna be doing those paths. Also, for this playthrough, I'll probably just do one path. One ending, maybe multiple, if it gets interesting enough and I have enough energy. The balance shifts because Pluto tugs and Saturn yields. The Oxygen Ocean is a peaceful place because everything about it destroys everything else. You can enjoy complete privacy under the curtain of the oxygen steam, drink all the fuel and air you want, and no vessel can survive the temperature and pressure conditions below. Just you want turns brittle and breaks, or components oxidize and explode. Celestial Mechanics has covered their wayward pilot's machine in temporary armor layers to seal out the unknown interference of gravity and seeping oxygen. The additional temporary armor layers might not be necessary, but they also might be. Celestial Mechanics fleet tenders lower the string of pearls in slowly. Just to make absolutely sure. It feels wonderfully cold, like a spare blanket taken from the attic in winter. Pluto is there, deep down, and when Saturn slips in, she feels the ripples. When Saturn slips in, she feels the ripples, as if they were on opposite ends of the same perfectly still pool. The feeling is wonderful. Saturn's surprised that that's true. How do you know that? Wait, who is you? Mercury? How do I know what? Saturn? Who are you talking to? We're asking for confirmation to lower you. Yeah, I've been ready. Sorry, I got distracted. You must be if you're apologizing. There's someone down there. She's speaking to me. No, she's trying to eat me alive. Or maybe it's really hard to tell the difference. Awesome. It's familiar. I'm so stoked. Take me down. The ocean boils wherever she touches it, even with the external equipment. There's no way to rely on sight, and the paramagnetic influence is too erratic for her senses to process. She can only feel her way, for both of them. The cable to your left is extremely important. It's the only way we have of communicating and monitoring your situation. Uh-huh. So you need to be extremely careful with it. Are you listening? Yes, but not to you. Shh. There's definitely someone here. Lower me. It's reaching out. Saturn feels funny. Something's not quite right. Like something's watching her. What the fuck was that breath? That shit scared me. It's like in the music, there's like breath sound. Or maybe that's one of the SFX. It's like someone's watching me, but it's also not like someone's watching me. It's like someone's watching her, but something isn't watching her. It's touching me. Something is touching Saturn. And hands see her, and they also speak. It's saying something. The ocean ripples with boredom. It's really pouring down here. But what else is Pluto going to do? Some girls get stuck with the worst jobs. But I've got to do it. With nothing to do but send insinuations through the narration. So are you coming or what? I got her again. Tidal spike detected. Mass gravity alert! Lower me further. Saturn, we're pulling you out! Oh, we're not just yet. Hi, Saturn. Hi, Mercury. Sorry, I'm barring her for a little bit. Oh. Saturn's cockpit floods with alarm lights of an imminent high-intensity gravity event, but it's too late. A string of pearls discharges its electromagnetic field and delicately breaks off the hit winch. Saturn, where are you? The string of pearls cleanly slices off the left communication wire and the pulley system. The silence of the oxygen ocean reminds her of a sensory deprivation tank. What a good girl. Hey, don't praise me like that. I wanted to speak to you again. Damn it, I cut both wires. Even ship-to-ship comms are down. Saturn? Can you hear me? Would you hear me if I spoke with the ship? It's been such a long time since anyone could hear it. Pluto's tidal reactor pulses slowly. The thrum feels like it's coming from everywhere. Oh, I get it. You want to talk with gravity? Well, I'm not some miracle child, even though they tried very hard to make me as good as you. Saturn's reactor, anxious little ball, is getting just so fed up with this. It's frustrating to not be understood, or would you know what that's like? You don't know how much I know, but I believe in you. If Saturn moves too much, she might forget what direction up is. The sensory deprivation of the ocean takes everything away. But she has to remember that's not true. I don't believe you, but I'm trying. Oh, she's trying. Of course I'm trying. Come on, where am I? Ugh, I hate people playing hard to get. I believe in you, but you gotta work for it. I can't do it. Sorry, but I'm cheating. The string of pearls, electrotoxin shoots through the ocean. Like a bolt of lightning, it reaches out because it's attracted to you. It seeks the path of least resistance, looking for something that wants to respond. What it really does is run along the boundaries, theoretical and real. There's a place where the boundary between one thing and another is weakest, and it runs along that boundary until it finds it, and then it connects the two. Why is she doing that? Oh, it's what you're used to. Good at seeing weak spots. I've got a lot. Can you find them? You can do if you try. Maybe you need a little push. It's like there's nothing. Not a single crack. Look, say you're not perfect. Don't make me do all the work. Huh? The pressure is overwhelming, but it's overwhelming for Pluto too. Green macula is like a little star, gushing matter and condensing it into an engine of light over and over. It was modeled after a theory of the Big Bang, after all, made in secret on the planet Hades, on the boundary between what is human and what is not. It's a fragile boundary. You can touch it, but be careful. I swear I'm not like getting bored, it's late. And reading when it's late is sometimes miserable. Ha ha ha. Oh, wait, that's sarcastic. This takes me back. It's not fucking fair. You doing that on purpose? Always taking me to unpleasant paths? Pests? Is it taking you back? Sorry. But we can't help it. It's the first thing beneath our surfaces. It's hard for me too. Take Saturn back to her first implant series. Whoa. When they took the most special children they could find and tried to cheat them into being even more special. This is kind of crazy. This is not open material. Wait, this is so good. You can see like the outline of the body, presumably Saturn's, and like the mechanical hand reaching into like her back, and then like an actual hand. And it almost kind of looks like there's a broken outline of a person, like where the cuts of the paper are. Almost. Huh. Good visual. Bypass all the work and care that got gone into the third generation pilots and kick them directly into humanity's next stage. Cheating, you should know. Felt good. It felt wrong in a good way. It felt good in a way that felt obscene. It felt bad, like she was getting more than she deserved. They chose her, but she felt like she played a trick on them. Okay, she lied and got candy for it. They knew there was nothing special about her, and then they gave her the most special thing. They knew how special it was, and how special she didn't earn it. They would have given it to someone else. But they didn't. Even when they threw her away, she never forgot how that felt. Why is it always like this? Oh, baby. Takes Pluto back to when she was learning how to be a person. In space, they decided they would start over, without assumptions. Humanity would be protected by the most human children they could make. No matter how badly she did, no matter how much she wasn't up to how perfect they wanted, they never gave up on her. That was the worst part. She wished so much she wished so much they would give up. It was so hard. She just wanted to be the mess she really was, and they wouldn't let her. She knew with her whole heart she was supposed to be. She had it memorized, and she could never make it leave her body. Become the thing she did and the person she was. They let her be whatever she wanted, and she wasn't strong and smart and pretty enough to be it. Both of them remember. reaching through the wall to the one on the other side, pushing so hard to hold hands it feels like you really are. Your 2 pebbles dropped in the pond, but your ripples touching are enough. No one knows. Even the 2 of you almost don't. Never say it out loud. Never think it too loud. It sounds so sad when you put it like that. Why don't you show me things and stop making me jealous? Oh? You got me. You're touching me. I can hear you through the contact link. You got me that good, and that's what you... Wait. There's no way. You got me that good, and that's what you have to say? I hope I don't skip any lines. You're the one who got me. You did it. You found me. You're clever. It's amazing. You don't need to flatter me. I won't feel better. I'm not. You better. Promise. Why am I so scared and you're so not? That's just me. Sorry I'm like this. Well, you can flatter me a little. You're a little needy, huh? Didn't you say I just had you? You do. You can do whatever you want now. Why did you do this? You came after me, so it's only fair I came after you. Don't say it's only fair. Say I'm amazing and important, and you came after me specifically. You totally not needy, huh? Give me a better answer. I want to know why it's me. I don't have one. There's so few of us left, I've got to cling to everyone. But I love that you're scared and you believe anyway. I think you're one of the only people who can make something change. There's no time left. Is that a proposal? To join your side? Yeah! What if I refuse? And give a good reason for me to join you? You're even more impulsive than me. You can start to see why I fight, can't you? The way I'm starting to see what you do. Show me something important, and I'll be yours too. Definitely not going to go quietly, are you? Nope. If I let you go, will you promise not to crush yourself and me and literally everything? It's time, you mean? Yeah. I think I can do that. Say hi to Mercury for me. I'll see you again soon, baby. Day 4. Alright. Awesome. Celestial mechanics at 50%. Do I have to get 100% everything? Or what? Do you ever miss Lunaterra? What? No. In case you've forgotten, she betrayed us and went back to the Memorial Foundation. I know you want her back because you are kind and forgiving, but I'm not, and I'll kick her butt if I ever see her again. But that's no different than how you two used to be. You see only fight less now. That's the part that's sad. She was always smug, always a know-it-all, and always one step ahead. The worst senior pilot, and she didn't teach me shit. Breakups really do turn all your memories sour, huh? That's... Shut up! Military's the only one I feel that way about. I know, you pine after good girls way too much, and I think dating bad people is good for you. If I have to go through that again, no thanks. The only thing I miss is the expression on her face after I got one up on her. Her smile, you mean? You miss it too. I do. I'm glad you can get nostalgic sometimes too. Do you miss the days of the Cold War, fighting against the existential threat too? It was scary in a different way. It was so easy I never had to think about it. Tearing through ephemeral light that was only sort of there. It was scary because we didn't know what would happen, or what it was. But we didn't need to know any of those answers, and we just got to fight forever. It was fun. The light came along. What do you mean? If you think about it, it was me, wasn't it? Before they even finished the Queen Macula, even just the prototype. My first provisional mission, I wiped out the enemy in the time it took to blink. And they haven't come back since. Before, it was fun for everyone. You were strong, but it was still hard. There was no point in sending all of you out to protect Earth when it turned out the existential threat was so weak I could destroy it with the snap of a finger. That's reversing cause and effect. They just use that as an excuse to stop caring about colonization. Even if there was never a threat to our existence, they didn't have to give up on everything. It's not your fault. Okay. I like that little convo. Well, I'm glad you missed Lunatera because we're gonna see her in a bit. To read my fucking emails. Subject: Alien Phenomena and the Pilot Program. Origin: Tidal Mechanics Research Archives. The author is the director of Celestial Mechanics Lapidus. The Scout program was created. The Scout program was created to be fungible with various other religions or philosophies in direct response to the immediate post-war need to address growing existential threats. As a stopgap measure, the Memorial Foundation has had frustrations with indefinite extensions of scouting programs internationally, and mostly universal failure to advance beyond the need for it. The model, or more specifically, the Scouts, were victim of the space program's own success at fighting the Cold War. With support for a unified approach to space in order to prevent human cultural rivalry, the Memorial Foundation has been granted an opportunity to revise the scouting program and to change the reactive war of attrition into a proactive war and confront the existential threat directly. Wait, let me see if I can fish out my pop filter. Found it. Okay. I was listening to the audio. I remember listening to the audio of the last video yesterday, and like, audio sounded kind of garbage. It was like, it's because shit mic on a headset. But it's like, oh wait, I don't have a freaking pop filter. Crap, that didn't sound too ugly. I can edit it out if you want. Okay, I hope I sound better. Got my fuzzy thingy. No. The existential threat is the alien threat. We must think of them as one and the same. What is not known to us is the alien. The alien is defined by the most familiar function. F of x equals that which is human, that humans are not. A fascinating logical paradox of much utility in research is the thought exercise. Imagine something that humans could not imagine. Logically, you should not be able to do it. It is inherently impossible to imagine something that you have by definition the capabilities to imagine. And yet, this thought exercise leads us to begin defining, first, what is human, in other words, what is conventional, and then, by the same process, to imagine what is unconventional. In fact, this is the essence of conquering the unknown, rather than allowing it the power to rule, and to safely integrate it in culture, than for it to fester in anti-culture, but it will not produce what is truly alien to us. Solving this puzzle requires us to be part of what humanity does not wish to be. Okay. Why am I getting this? Just lore of the existential threat back in the Cold War. Alright. Little direct message from Mars. Fine, okay, I know I didn't get to the point, but I have to build up to it, okay? The contextualizing information is important. But okay, I will actually talk about it this time. Mechanical interface is how machines typically work. You're going to yell at me for not being clear if I don't say this, but if I say that's when you got physical switches and buttons and steering devices and you move them with your hands, that doesn't actually really convey it, because you do those things in your ship self, but you don't use mechanical interfacing. So it actually matters that it is defined as exact mental instruction. It is exactly what you tell it. You can make anything you want to happen, but you have to give it exact instructions. There's the physical lag between yourself and the machine, but there's also the nuanced nature of giving the instructions. That's a really hard thing to do. Obviously, most people would prefer to move a machine on raw instinct, or like part of their body. I don't think many people actually get the best results from an interface like that. Unless, yes, they're like a mutual X. Hey, is that what you wanted to know? Mutual X? I was also with Lunatera? I guess we should confront her about it, shouldn't we? Oh shoot, did I read the description for Deep Dive? Whoopsies. I don't care. Rift in the Earth. After her maiden voyage, Cradle's Graces is testing the finishing touches on the terrifying Croon Macula prototype. It's a chance for Lunaterra to defeat the trump card. But will she close the rift between them instead, or will it widen deeper? Okay. Rift in the Earth. Recalibrating? How's the stability? Remember to keep the left side balanced. It's fine, Mars. You don't have to fuss so much. There's just no reason to take a flight test without escorts. Especially with Memorial Foundation patrolling the area. Oh, Mars. They really could be doing anything out. They really could be doing anything at all more useful. This ship doesn't need protection from anything, even if we're exposing the cores for testing. And you know how I hate being treated like a princess. But you are important and your ship is too. It's not fussy and annoying to be looking out. It is too annoying. I'll be annoyed by whatever I want. Stop being jealous. I'm not looking for an excuse to bump into Lunity. I never said that. Listen to Dr. Nix for once if you won't listen to me. Look, I'm not escorting you. You went away. But please just be careful. Sorry, I was... something. I know you think I treat you like glass, but I really... What's so funny? Why are you laughing? Sorry, it's just hard for me to stay mad when you're such a dork. And you care so much. Even if you're not apologizing and still want so bad to be a knight in shining armor. You're the only one I can still be such a petulant kid in front of. Instead of the princess everyone loves. Pluto. Wait, you're just being a brat for fun? I'm mad now. Everyone else gets to be. Especially you, huh? Stop making fun of me! Remember when, in the academy, when people asked you where I was, they'd say, Hey Mars, where's your... Okay, yes, launch permissions cleared. You are cleared to take off. Oh. Right until we forgive each other. Make up and forget. Ooh. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time choosing. I'm obviously gonna betray. Never forgotten every story told. The balance shifts because Lunaterra didn't hesitate, and neither did Pluto. Fourth planet from the sun, Eris, romantic red planet. It was the first planet the space colonization program wanted to make ours. They wanted to be so beautiful. They get their wish. It was a beautiful dream, but still a dream. By the time Earth had demanded the space program pull back, they were stuck. Still halfway there after some years. Yet getting halfway there, something beautiful, even if it wasn't enough. Whoa, what's going on with the music? It's screaming at me. Where life grows, it doesn't grow most places. It's in spring, yellow-green, then it quite gets summer. Tenacious weeds, a planet that will never be called Mars, and even they can barely breathe. Wait, why called Mars? Or did they just change the name? Because they wanted to? Only stubbornness keeps life in Aries. And they would not even be able to endure if Cradle's Graces didn't patiently tend to them. They spew pollen uselessly into the air. Between them and the too thin atmosphere, breathing, where it's possible, is hard. The fate of the fourth planet from the sun, even prettier now and just as close to humans. Pluto has flown past the canyon she's concealed in 3 times already. It's been a perfect shot every time. At noon, even with the sun shining directly on her, the flowers and the weeds in their pollen keep her hidden. Should Lunaterra squeeze the trigger or not? Hi, Lunaterra! Or what else is Lunaterra supposed to do? How could she dare to take that shot with Pluto looking so beautiful? How can she not? Why is she trembling like that? Does she know? Luna, she's the one trembling. If you can stop me, I'll believe in you. I gave up on everything, but I you trust me too much. Just said that. Saying it right now, knowing that Lunaterra is the perfect shot. If you're not sure if you're right, I'll be the one to test it. I believe we can have a home in space. There's no way to bring that back to Earth. You believe we can bring home to Earth, and there's no way to have it in space. I believe us. We'll figure it out. Yet it's impossible for Lunaterra to look at Pluto in the Croon Macula because of the universe, and to think it's better for her to not have that. For Lunaterra to keep thinking, I'm freeing her from something terrible and bringing her home. So Lunaterra fires. Before she has a chance to decide whether or not to fire, she pulls the trigger. Without considering or having a chance to choose one way or another, her body seizes the opportunity. It makes the decision for her, the one they agreed to, without doubt. Lunaterra will betray herself every time. Pluto's exposed left tidal reactor shudders and shakes. Oh, should have seen that coming, shouldn't have I? The resulting tidal resonance will be catastrophic until she shuts both reactors off and reboots instantly. She does, of course. And worries about the ship and the whole world, and Luna T doesn't hesitate. And Luna T. She thinks about the ship and the whole world and Luna T, and doesn't hesitate, even though that's clearly the plan. The minute she'll take rebooting, we'll have her plunging into the ground, maybe too damaged to power it back on. And so, Lunaterra dashes to catch her before that. Again, Lunaterra is the last to know. She's doing it before she can decide if she should do it or not. A coward who cannot commit at heart, at least commits to not committing. Without thinking about how contradictory or ridiculous it is. Pluto's comms are off, so she doesn't have to yell at Lunaterra about why this is stupid, or why she needs to grow up, or do anything but fall and be secretly happy. She's still charmingly stupid. The Mercursium looks very funny, trying to catch a ship that's much bigger than her. Her engine flares. Her engines flare, strain, start to break from trying to slow the fall. Her wound bleeds freely. A tattered, tangled mess, falling down, too hard, crumbles in the weeds of Ares, nestles at the canyon bottom. It might not be a livable planet, or that it's a soft one. It's hard to breathe for very long, but it feels nice to lie in. Ship her body. Sometimes it feels like nothing could be worth giving up a ship. But this isn't so bad. Luna T? Luna T, are you awake? Yeah. Wait. Yeah, everything hurts a lot. I gave you some painkillers. Do you need more? I can't fly in them. I've kind of forgot what voice I gave Luna T. You're not gonna fly without them either, Luna T. Your engines are melted. Oh right, I thought I did something stupid, but I couldn't remember what it was. It was a breathtaking sequence of poor decisions. When I said I wouldn't be satisfied or forgive you until I fought you in Ares, I meant when I kicked your butt. Kicking your own butt doesn't count. As usual. Sorry, do you want me to move? Why? Do you want to get up? Waking up with my head in your lap feels like you're rewarding me for shooting you down. You can be mad if you want. That's one thing, this is another. There's just nothing else to do with you. You did the right thing, or tried to. And then you did the right thing again, or tried to. I wanted to do the best thing for you and me, but you couldn't decide what it was. There's nothing I can say to that, and it's already done. So just lie there already. Might not get another chance, you know? You can hold so much. I'm in awe every time. You're the size of the universe. You see everything and everyone, and you hold all of it. Everything's precious. If things worthy of you. I'm not. Can't. I'm small. Small and scared. Smaller and more scared than you. Don't say I'm not. Okay. I won't. Never again. I'm sorry. You're small. You're just you after all. You have to mean it. You're huge to me, okay? That's gay. I should be. I hear everyone and I can't ignore it. Feels like I'd die if I could do. It hurts too bad. I listen to your voice more than any other. Your heart is more important to me. Isn't that proof I'm selfish too? But I'm going to fight with everything I have for those forces, even against you. I just know that no matter what, you're going to get what we want. I'll let myself slip. I'll trust in your future instead. I know we can't beat Memorial Foundation, so I can't afford to blame you. I can't do anything if I can't trust you. It's way easier to hate me. It's what normal people do. I can't figure out the fucking voice for Lunatera. I love not giving you that satisfaction, Lunati. And you really should give up on me ever being satisfied with happiness just for me. Sure. I know as well there's no welcome waiting for us on Earth. I don't know if we'll be happy there, but I couldn't live there without. Well, if you get a miracle, I won't fight that either. My heart isn't big, but if you were in the Memorial Foundation, I forgive you. I mean, who wouldn't? I too want to be free of Earth. To be free of 9.8 meters per second squared forever. Are you really sure? I think even the victory will be impossible if we win it. Even if we win it. But maybe you actually have more faith in me. I think we might not make out a happier world. But you can learn how to be happy anywhere, even Earth. On Earth, we are tied down by the weight of the world. I won't go back to that, even if I go back to Earth. There are two ways to do that. Make a home where we set the rules, or bring a new law of gravity back home. If only all of us were as precious and powerful as the planet. But I can take the shape of the world requires me. That's all we get. That's not true. For you especially, it isn't true. You're the one who didn't let the Earth's gravity choose your body. I wouldn't have been able to choose if you hadn't shown me. That's a victory they can't take back from us. Rescue will be here soon. You're also a real adult, Lunati. I wish I was as close as you. September 12, 1963. That's when the first artificial colony of the native sphere was completed, in a tranquil bowl of stable gravity at Lagrange point 5. As a front line against existential threats, a training facility for a generation of humans adapted to fight in space. As a colony environment with the life, gravity, and culture necessary for human beings to live, thrive, die, and be born. With the hope that peace on Earth would reign if we won this war in heaven. Without pressure, water boils off our tongues, and we dissolve into component parts. Without culture, we forget the shapes we're supposed to have, and turn inside out, something else. Out of necessity, we created a pressurized environment, exerting through gravitational pressure to maintain cohesion, all senses, and space. A ship's self to ferry us through the world. They function only in places where the gravity of humans is too light to sustain existence. It was doomed from the start. Of course they were jealous of the humans the Earth no longer wanted, flying in zero-G wings. Dr. Nix, Executive Director, Memorial Foundation Existential Expansion. July 29, 1958. That's when the Memorial Foundation International Executive Committee was granted international authority, in the spirit of unified human peace, and the verified presence of an existential threat outside of the solar system, to establish a cultural, military, and scientific response to existential threats. No longer confined to Earth, a growing native sphere where gravity reigns forever. Safety, research, and expansion. The three pillars of Memorial Foundation's space branch will protect Earth from without as it has from within. Free from the old world's gravity, it would be possible to advance science, art, culture, culture without constraint, joy hands. Finally unified. For the Memorial Foundation, protecting humans from other humans through the peace on Earth, protecting humans from everything else through war in heaven, would fulfill both of our agendas simultaneously. We really foolishly decided we could do better. There are two errors to this approach. First, that to do better in heaven is meaningless if it cannot be exported to Earth. The space program was never rejected by the surface. It simply did not have enough relevance to sustain interest. The second error is the intrinsic error of the Memorial Foundation. The existential threat is intrinsic to humanity. You can fight it, but you cannot cut it out. The designation of alien is required by humans. We cannot trick an existential threat into convenient manifestation. As it has always been, only humans can fill the criteria to be alien. Europa, Chief Officer, Memorial Foundation Existential Safety. January 2nd, 1980. That's when they blew up the Lagrange colony. It was a real shame. It was a green, wet, and very peaceful place. Now it's a very cold, green, wet, and very unsettling place. It's where we did a lot of legitimately incredible things, like create sustainable tidal reactors, new culture, experiment with human bodies and human development, manufacture self-sufficient alter egos for self-exploration, and did everything other than successfully combat the unknowable existential threat. Earth and Memorial Foundation Surface considers that a failure, but in truth, they're not trying hard enough. Through gravity, humans decide what is real and what is not. Humans cannot make whatever they imagine come true. Through imagining, humans chart out what is true. They invent, with human effort, what exists. If an existential threat doesn't exist, we have to make one. But of course it doesn't work like that. Nothing could be more difficult than creating something alien. Our only reference points are human, so the idea of something alien is unimaginable, because we cannot imagine outside of those terms. There's a certain degree of misunderstanding needed for humans to successfully classify something as alien. But before they blew it up, we got very close. Lapidus. I don't think it's Lapidus. I think it's Iapetus, Executive Director, Memorial Foundation Existential Research. Day 5. We've done everything we can for Ares, the planet that would be Mars. We won't return before too long. Wait for us, while we fight to keep you safe forever. Report received. Waiting your directives. At this time of year, we'll have to pass by the Lagrange colony on the way to the moon. It's a nostalgic place, isn't it? Let's not allow anyone to take it away from us. Let's protect the memory it holds from Memorial Foundation, and take it with us to the new world we will create, before celestial mechanics turn into something ugly. Send a message to everyone. I'll take care of the past, so you can seize the future. Ready for launch. Okay. The space-time disturbances in the Memorial Foundation and celestial mechanics are getting heavier in space-time, and Cradle of Graces still hasn't even made a dent. Pluto, you ever think we're being too cavalier about this whole war? But it's not a war. I think a whole bunch of people fighting each other is definitely a war. I don't care if the medium of ship self is rhetorically distinct from war. That's just a technicality. A bunch of people fighting is a war. It's a war, and war is bad. You're sort of the last person I expect to say something about it, though. Why? Because you love it. It's work. You still love it? Well, it's exciting. You really love excitement. But it's scary, too. Why? You can't die. Only lose and try again. That's why it's not a war. Just a noisy argument. But I'm mad like it's a war. I hate the other side like it's a war. But it's only not a war because ship selves aren't designed with a way to kill each other? That's too fragile a reason. Wait, seriously? Actually, wait, they can't kill each other? What have you been doing then? I don't want to hurt anyone, but I don't want to go back to Earth. I'm not going to let them make us. If I keep feeling this way, one day I might do something terrible for it. So I can't say I love it when it's more complicated than that. Haha, you're right, it really is complicated. I was kind of hoping you've had uncomplicated feelings about it, though. Why? Because I love it, and don't feel complicated about it at all. What? You're kidding. You always lecture us about how fighting is bad, and letting negative feelings go, and how we're going to have peace one day. Of course I feel that way, but it's so thrilling. I was too precious to send out during the Cold War. They never let me fight like all of you. And I'm good at it too, because better at that, better at it than what I came here to do, than a lot of the actual pilots. I'm proud of that, but it's also just thrilling. It's dangerous. Maybe you can't die, but there's a lot that can happen to you that's painful and hard. How do you stay scared enough to feel like that? I wonder if it's just because it feels so new, or if it's something really wrong with me. I guess that's why you didn't want me fighting, isn't it? It's complicated. I don't want you to get hurt learning that. You know, Mars, this is why you're so bad at love. You won't let people you love get complicated. It's not that you're not incredible. It isn't that you don't deserve to have fun. What if something terrible happens anyway? I don't care. It just occurred to me that we gave a ship a lap pillow in space. After... Damn. Fuck, I don't want to read this mail. I'm tired as fuck. Subject 3. Origin, Cradle Grace's Self Ship Development Archives. Authors, Nyx of Cradle's Graces. Even as enemies, you are as hard to understand as ever, Iapetus. Maybe one day I'll be wise enough to know why you're always laughing, always smiling. If that's what you've been doing on Cronus's moon, we over here don't even look half bad. I can't even imagine why you'd tell me the truth. Does it not matter to you if you found out? Are you that confident that you don't mind bragging while you develop this offer in front of me? Green Macula's development is stalled, so we're desperate enough to accept your favor. Or maybe you aren't as far ahead as you were letting on. What if I just told Europa what you were up to? Just as a courtesy, of course, since there's no way she doesn't already know already. You know that Green Macula still hasn't been completed, but you must be desperate too if you were reaching out to us. Just goes to show, Iapetus, nothing will come of resisting Earth. I'm just doing this because I'm hopeless. What's your excuse? Think you can double-cross the universe? See if you can jerk Europa first. The Aversion Impulse. Origin. Cradle's Grace's Foundational Documentation. Author is Medical Culture and Gravitational Research Chair, Dr. Nyx. So I'm guessing these are at two different times. Dr. Nyx used to work for Memorial Foundation, and then switched over. Was that, like, very obvious, or, like, was that, like, said last episode? I just forgot. We take always of the beauty of gravity, but rarely of its cruelty. Force that binds and overwhelms humans. The power brings us together, but does not do so with kindness. Culture is power, hierarchy, and force. It can crush us and tear us to pieces. It is not a unilateral force. On the contrary, gravity's structures are deliberate and intricate. Not everyone shoulders a light burden. Not everyone is able to wield the natural power of humans with so little weight. Through gravity, human is ruled by its own laws. But this is not the case. Through gravity, humans are ruled by each other. Antimatter, anti-gravity, anti-culture. All exist as a resistive force with gravity. But the refusal of humanity to accept these parts of itself causes its own undoing. When we let our children develop in the lightness of space, they chose their bodies, genders, souls, hearts of their own volition. They become human in the ways they wish to be human. The Gravitational forces are endurable to those in space. We can feel the possibilities closing off. Infinity has to become something infinite eventually. So that's the curse of time. For most of the 8 billion curses of the universe arrayed against humanity, last before death. Conquering them, in order, is memorial foundation's legacy and belief. Every curse overcome and nothing lost. You have to weigh the accumulation, or the end result is diminished humanity. I'm not good at making hard choices. It's hard when you understand that you have to lose so much better than you understand. What do you have to gain? And so, when it comes back down to it, that's why we lose. Every single time. Only in space can we possibly be free. Huh, interesting. Is Earth kind of authoritarian right now? But space is like a fake haven, a false haven. That's why we're fighting so much. Alright, these are our two missions, becoming stars and look at me. Look at me, Hector. I think I'm gonna, like, go to sleep now, or if we can, like, fucking annoy someone about, one of my friends about Charya. But, yeah. Um, this, wait, let me save. Hold on. I almost just screwed myself. Perfect. Alright. Sorry to cut it short. I mean, I have been recording for an hour, but still. Alright. Good night, everyone. Have a... Thank you if you, Oh my god, an outro. Good night, everyone. Thank you if you've made it all the way, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!